Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Lazarus. Lazarus is the Latinized form of the Greek lambda alpha zeta alpha rho omicron, Lazaros, both of which are ultimately derived from the Hebrew, Elazár, meaning whom God helps or God has helped, from the Hebrew word elements el, God, and azar, to help, aid. Lazarus of Bethany is a biblical character, John 11, the brother of Martha and Mary, who was restored to life by Jesus 4 days after his death. Known as the raising of Lazarus, it is the last and perhaps most important of the 7 miracles performed by Jesus in the Gospel according to John. Several Jews took witness to this miracle, mourners around the tomb of Lazarus, who saw the dead man emerge alive from his gravesite after Jesus cried with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth." John 11 verse 43. As a result of this miracle, Jesus gained a lot more devoted followers and, according to the Gospel of John, is what ultimately prompted the authorities to have him executed. Unrelated to Lazarus of Bethany, the New Testament also gives us another man named Lazarus, in the well-known parable of Lazarus and the rich man, Luke 16 verses 19 to 31. As a baby boy's name, Lazarus hasn't been doled out too often since antiquity. We were slightly surprised to see this one not resurrected by the Puritans after the Protestant Reformation, as they were inclined to do with lesser-used biblical names. Personality of the boy named Lazarus. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth, and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the boy named Lazarus. Lazarus has never been used with enough regularity in the United States to achieve a position on America's top 1,000 list. Only 108 baby boys were given the name Lazarus in 2013, out of nearly 2 million. This is a name steeped in significant biblical tradition, for Christians especially. Not to mention it has a lovely and comforting meaning. Laz is also a cute nickname. Quick facts on Lazarus. Gender, boy. Origin, Greek. Number of syllables, 3. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Lazars. Simple meaning, whom God helps. Characteristics of Lazarus. Problem solver, tenacious, authoritative, powerful, tough, wealthy, achiever. Cultural references to the baby name, Lazarus. Literary characters of the baby name Lazarus. Historic figures with the name Lazarus. Lazarus the beggar is the subject of a parable related by Jesus in the Gospel of Luke, commonly referred to as Lazarus and the rich man not to be confused with the Lazarus of returning from the dead fame. It seems this Lazarus takes his post outside the gates of a rich man's estate, defiling the landscape with his scabrous appearance and begging for food. Mr. Rich takes no notice of him, going about his luxurious life without a care. Comes the day of reckoning. Lazarus lands in the bosom of Abraham, while rich man is consigned to hell. Naturally, the latter begs for succor from the suddenly elevated Lazarus, which earns him not but a lecture about having had it good in the short term. Hiria the sorry part doesna t appear that too many people have listened to that parable over the ages. Lazarus of Bethany is the biblical character in the Gospel of John whom Jesus miraculously raised from the dead at the request of his grief-stricken sisters, Martha and Mary. We know little about Lazarus, other than that he and his sisters are friends of Jesus, whom they entertain at their home. Oh, and also that little sidebar of resurrection. The appearance of a man who had been settled in a tomb only 4 days earlier naturally causes a little stir in the neighborhood, and comes to the attention of authorities. Alas, it is only legend, not gospel, that muses on Lazarus' ultimate fate. We have to wonder though, what does such a man do for a second act?